This is my demonstration video for the latest update in my game tracker program, or game actually. One thing that I added was a new load and save screens to load and save games. But my primary focus on this module was generating objects through scripts as opposed to just adding them in the scene hierarchy and then editing them in the inspector. So I have some prefabs here, and one thing I wanted to do was I have this unit info preset that displays the name, health, moves, and ammo of that unit. But one thing I added was when the user hovers over this field, it'll actually generate a more in-depth info panel off to the side, and I'll go ahead to demonstrate that. So go to scenes. So create a new game. And actually just demonstrate the save and load real quick. And so I saved this game. So if I quit back to the main menu and load it, we'll see that that save still exists and loads us right back into the game. So let's go ahead and buy a couple units. And as you can see, as I hover over this field right here, it generates a more in-depth info panel off to the side. And so these are all generated through scripts as opposed to, having them preset in the hierarchy. And so if we go over to my scripts, where is this? The game menu manager. So what I'm doing here is I'm using this instantiate keyword, this method here, that takes the prefab object as well as the parent object and generates that prefab. And then what I do is I just go and find where I find a component I want to transform that's already on the prefab, such as the name, health, and moves text field, as well as the buttons and whatnot, and it just overwrites those objects and transforms them based off of what I want. All of this gets executed with scripts, and it's actually quite a lot more effective and makes the whole game a lot more dynamic.